So welcome back to part 2 of our free training web design with WordPress. Yes, so this is what we've done so far today. We've learned the basics, setting up WordPress dashboard environment, how to create pages and posts. Though I didn't talk so much about posts, but the same way you create pages, once you come to posts, you can create a new post. Same process. How to create the menu and add pages to the menu, we've done that. Install themes and plugins, we've also done that. Those are foundational things. Those are background things. The last two things I'm going to do now is the real meat of this. So I'm going to try do it in say 25 to 30 minutes and we'll be done for tonight. All right, 25 to 30 minutes. So let's see how much grounds we can cover. Customization, then page design. All right, so I'll have to install a different theme for what I want to do. So I would use a new theme. So I'll come to themes. I want to add a new theme. Like I said, I generally don't um use what Elementor so much. I use it, but I prefer working more with Divi. So I'm going to install the Divi theme, which is what I'm going to use for the design. So I'll come to add new theme, add new theme. You can upload. I'm going to have to upload it because it's not really available in the general market. So I'll have to upload it. I have it downloaded on my system. I'll choose the file and I'll come to documents. I think I have it here in bar streams. I think it should be under themes and plugins. I have a lot of themes and plugins installed. DV 4.25. That's the latest version. You can see how it works. You come to wherever it is on your system that you've downloaded it. You choose the file. All right, click on it. It's usually a zip file, right? It's usually a zip file. Then you install. So it's installing right now. Just give it a couple of seconds to install. You can see it's showing this X, means that it's still installing. Once it's done, you would see it to tell you. Okay, while we wait for it to finish installing, is everyone back? I'm trying to see the people I have in class. Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right. Sometimes it takes a while like that. It also depends on your network speed. I think the network is a bit slow tonight. Just give it a little time. It will finish uploading. Why are you taking time tonight? Why? I think I should be playing music while we are waiting for it to. So this is the Divi theme. That's the theme I'm going to use for this training. So I'll activate it. Anything you install, you need to activate it. You must have noticed that already. Okay. Now I don't need the Divi, the Elementor plugin. So I'll go and deactivate it. I don't need it. It was for that theme I installed the other time. So I'm going to deactivate it. It's asking me why am I deactivating. I'll just tell it is temporal. Okay. So once you deactivate, you can delete. All right. For now, I'll just leave it, but eventually I'll delete it. So now you go to appearance. customize. I'll customize it first. Customize it first. Then we would now get into design proper. So this is so I'll run through a few things here. General settings. Now let me mention here quickly that this customized interface will not always look like this. It will change depending on the theme. So some themes come with their own unique customized look and settings. So if it's Divi, it will look like this. But if it's a different, like if I had used that previous one, it might have looked a bit different from this. But they all have the same general pattern. Okay, they may not have all the things, but they have the same general pattern, right? And how we get there is the same thing. Just go to appearance, select customize. That's the general part to customize. So you come to general settings, site identity, you can change. So I call it web design for answer. If I don't want it, I can change it. Tagline, maybe here we design or something. All right, here we design. Okay, let me just call it design for a living. Design for a living. If there is an icon, let me see if I have Barra Streams logo close by downloads. Okay, I think I have one here. Is that the one I want? Is that the one? Okay, we might just manage this for now. I just manage this. Again, I like drag and drop, so okay, just manage it for now. Not really the best, but I'm sure you get the idea. Let's just manage that for now. So that is the what we show when you're on the look at the icon that I used to show is this place. We call it fav icon. All right, it's that small icon that will show. Before it's showing W is the WordPress logo, but now that I've installed this, that's what will be showing now. All right, any change you do, remember to publish it. I'll go back to general settings, layout. There is not so much here. This is the default web size, 1080. You can increase it if you don't want it. Go to width section. Some of them you may not need to change it. For now, I will leave them. Okay, maybe I can change the primary color to something orange. I'm trying to maintain the Barra Streams general color, so I'll just use that. BC7400. Please take note, we are going to use that same color. Just leave. Okay, let the secondary color be, say, maybe gray. Maybe something grayish. Something grayish. You can see it's drag and drop, so it's not, you don't have to worry yourself about some of those things. With time and with usage, you get used to it. Typography is about fonts and sizes. Body font 14, line height 1.7, text size 30. You know, if you want it to be uppercase, you turn on this TT. If you want it to underline the header, you know. But usually I don't like to tamper with all this. It's better to do all of those things when you are designing each page proper. All right, header font. So you set the header font here. So let's say I want to use Poppins, one of my best fonts, Poppins. You just search P. Where are you? Pop. Yep. Let's say No, I don't want it to be, I want it to be bold. Then let's say the header text, I want it to be pure black. Just scroll here, or you just pick this. This is pure black. You can see it's giving me an idea of the look here. I want it to be pure black. Okay. Then body font. And let's say I want that to be, say, what can I use for body font? Let me use I have a couple of fonts. I can share some of them with you that I use from time to time. Let's say I want to use DM Sans. That's one I've been using a lot in recent times. Let me just use it. DM Sans. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? DM. Yeah, DM Sans. Right. Usage of fonts is also part of design. You need to know how to combine fonts effectively for your design. I will just use something not too black. Let me do 454545. That's fine. Publish. Body link. I will use the orange that we kept. Do you remember that orange that I said? Yeah. I think it's something BC7400. Yeah. Thought I copied it the other time. BC7400. Let me keep it here so that I can reuse it. It's called color codes. Okay. Then you come to I usually don't touch background. I don't really need anything to do with this. These are just general settings. Of course, you can always come back here from time to time to adjust some of these things. So this is menu. This header and navigation now is where you set the menu. Right now it's showing the mobile version. But if you want to see the way it will look in web, so usually what I do is I make my screen smaller, control minus, so that my screen will be smaller. So that way I can see it in the web version. So this is the way it will be in the web. So let's go back to home, header and navigation. So header format, where is it again? Time, yeah. So default, if you don't like the default, you can change it. Centered, see, that's a format. Centered inline logo, that's another format. Depends on what you want. Slide in, you can see. So if you click on this, that's another, I mean, full screen. Some people might prefer that. But you know the challenge with some of these things, your clients may not want it. You know, one thing I've learned working with clients, sometimes your game design, your client doesn't consider it as fancy. Your client doesn't even understand it. Your client will just tell you, give me what is common, give me what everybody understands easily. So that's why usually I don't even change it. I just use the default, except the client tells me they want a specific kind of menu. And by the way, in Divi, one of the reasons why I use builders is because you can design your site the way you want it to be. There is a lot to cover, but we don't have all the time, so I won't be able to go through all of that. Let me just change the primary menu so that we can get into design. I said we'll wrap up by 9:30. So max height, you can change. I'm going to change this logo here, but for now. So see, max height is the height that it will show here. You can increase the menu height. You can see the default is, I think, 65. Okay. All right. Just leave it at that. Text size 14. If you want your font to be uppercase, see, I just turned on the TT, that's the menu fonts. You can change the text color. I think I want the text color to be grayish. This is transparency. I don't want it to be transparent. So let's say I want it to be that 4545 something. Okay, that's okay. 4F is okay. Then the active link, that is the page it is on, should be that my orange. The one that is active should be orange. Right now, I'm not actually on the home page. That's why it's not active on anyone. I will show you how to correct that. So usually I would play with all of this. Right now, I won't have to, I don't have all the time to do that. So I don't have all the time to do that right now. I'll have to run. But that's how you begin to change the customization. Okay, but one important customization before I go is this place called home page setting. Home page setting. So home page setting, make sure you change it to static page, not a not your latest post. You change it to static page. In other words, you want a particular page to be the home page, selected page. So you come to, once you turn on static, pick the page that should be the home page. Good. So this has now changed to home page. This was what I was telling you the other time. So you can see that this thing is showing orange here now because I'm on the home page now. Before it was showing the post pages, all right, for blogs. You use posts for blogs. So if you have a blog page, that's what you use this one for. All right. So but right now the home page is the home. So once you're done, publish it. Again, there are a lot of things I could have done here, but we don't have all that time. Those of you that are getting on the training, we are going to go through some of these things in deeper depth. All right. There is no enough time to go into all this. Let me just show you the footer. So for the footer, I don't want this design by, I'll just change it. You come to bottom bar, right? What you're saying here right now is bottom bar. So the social icons, see, can you see the social icons reducing? Facebook, X, Instagram, can see that's reduced. If you don't like the color, you can change it. Let me use the orange stuff for this. Maybe I should make it a little bit transparent. I feel is, yeah, it's okay like that. Then copyright, um, you can just copy the copyright uh, logo. Just come to copyright symbol. Are you still with me? I hope I'm not alone.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. Just
Yes,
come
sir.
to copyright symbol and put it here. Copyright 2024 web design freelancer bar streams. All right, reserved. Okay, then you publish. So you can see it has changed, right? Again, all of these things can still be changed. We can design it. The theme is very, very robust. All right, you can change the color of the background. I think it is already black. Okay, the reason why you're not okay, yeah. Can you see? If you want it to be light, yeah, I mean, you can change it. It's not, nothing is cast in stones, right? It really depends on you what you want. So, but I think I like it way worse before text. I think I want the text to be a bit lighter than that. I think this is better. Publish. So that's customized for you. You can still run through the others. You can run through button, blog. I mean, there's a whole lot, but I don't want to bother myself about all this for now. Let's get into the last stage. which is design. So I'll just have to move on from customize. So the last stage is design of pages. I'm just going to design home page. Wow, this is 9:19. Let's see what I can do in 15 minutes. So I'll exit the customizer. I'll close here. Okay. So usually I like to open the site. There are many ways to clear out anyway, but you can just open the site, see what you have. So this is what we have. Okay, let me change this logo to the bar streams one. This is what you how you do that. You come to the div. So any menu, any theme you install, we usually have a link somewhere around this left sidebar. So you can come here to come and change the settings and all that. So this is the theme options. All right. So this is where you upload the logo. Every theme has its own, so you will have to get familiar with the one for that particular theme. This is for Divi. All right. This is for Divi. So for if you install a different theme, you will have to find that theme options, go to it, change the. Just get familiar with whatever theme you are working with. It's as simple as that. So upload. I'll just use this. No, 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 not that. It should be this. Yeah. Okay, then you can change a few things. Okay, let me pick the color. That's our B. Where is it now? BC7400, so that I won't have to be changing the color. So this is it. It's already locked. I won't have to be typing it every time. Um, use enable. If I don't want any of these icons on the footer, I can turn it off. You can put the links here as well for them. I don't want the RSS actually. I don't want it. Back to top button, I want it enabled. Smooth scrolling, I want it enabled. You can write some CSS here. I told you before that WordPress is built by HTML CSS. So you can write some CSS right there if you know what you're doing. All right. So for now, don't bother about all of this. Those that are coming to my training proper, we are going to get deeper. We cannot go so far. I'll just reload it. Aha, you can see that the logo has been uploaded. All right, so we want to design this page in 15 minutes or less because I know that it's already late and you need to go rest. So, but let's see what we can do. I'll just run you through the basics. Enable visual builder. So this is where the design is going to happen. Again, remember it's drag and drop. So it's not it's so easy to work with. You just need to keep exploring until you give the page the beauty you want. All right. So you can start building. Okay. And start building. So you can see it's asking you, do you want to build from scratch? Do you want to start with a pre-made layout? So Divi has a lot of pre-made layout, and if you are using the premium version, you can have access to it. I use the premium version, so we have access to all this. If you are working with me, I'll give you access to that. So you don't really always have to start from scratch, really, because that's a lot of work. You can start from a pre-made design, and that makes your work fast. So instead of having to spend maybe 2 weeks, you are done with the design in maybe 5 days or less. All right. Now they even have build with AI. You can see crazy. I told you the other time that you can. The most tools now they are integrating AI. All right. So, but for us, this is the one we are going to use. In fact, for my students, I encourage them to master this because if you understand how to build from scratch, even when you are using any of these other tools, you know how to play around anything. So we are going to start building. We're going to start building. So I'll have to explain a few things to you here. All right, I'll explain a few things to you here. Now, this is Divi. So the things I'm teaching here now is peculiar to Divi. If you are using Elementor, you will have to get familiar with how Elementor works. Okay, but this particular one is for Divi, how Divi works. All right. Now, in Divi, the design, you usually have what we call sections, then you have what we call rows, then you have what we call columns, then you have what we call modules. I'll say those four things again. Those are the four major things you have to pay attention to. Row, section, section. My note taker, you can help us write that section. Then the next level is rows. That means inside sections you have rows. Inside rows you have columns, and inside columns you can have modules. Those are the four layers, and you need to understand those four layers proper if you want to design. All right, those four layers are the four different things you need to understand. It's like Anu has dropped off. Okay, he's still here. Still here. Okay, where am I? Yeah, this is where I am, right? So I said we have section, we have rows, we have columns, and we have modules. So if you want to add, sections are usually blue. That's what shows this. It can also be a shade of green, okay, but oftentimes it is blue, okay. Then rows are this green, this particular shade of green. That's row. So I'm going to right now. There's a section. There's a default section that is there. If I want to add a new section, I'll just click here. Can you see this button? Add new section. It will add new section. So there are three major types of section. There is regular, there is specialty, there is full width, and there is when to use each of this. All right. For now, we'll still be using the regular. So the one we have here right now is regular. It's always blue. Now inside section, I told you you have rows. Rows are of different formats. Can you see the different row types? All right. You can have full width row, 2-column row, 3-column row, 4-column row, 5-column row, 6-column row. Some are even maybe one column is shorter than the other. I mean, different formats. It depends on what you're trying to design. All right. Right now, I'm just going to use, say, 2-column row. I'm going to use a 2-column row. Now, inside the row, there are columns. So these are the two columns. This is column 1. This is column 2. So there are two columns. Column 1, column 2. Okay. Now, in the two columns, you can now have modules inside the columns. Modules are the ones that are black. Can you see? This one, when you see this black one, it's saying add a new module. So there are plenty modules in Divi that you can use to build, and these are some of them. These are not even all. You can even add a plugin that will give more modules. All right. So there are a lot of plugins out there that will add more modules to this. So, but these are the default ones: accordion, audio, back counter. Of course, I cannot use everything. I'll just use a few of them just to. Oh, I have 5 minutes more. I'll just use like one or two just to help you understand how it works. All right. You can see image, login, map, menu, number counter, person, portfolio, a whole lot of them, social media, follow, testimonials, text, toggle, video slider. I'm gonna use let me use this blob. Okay, blob is usually a combination of image and title and text, or icon and title and text. So I'm going to use let's say this is what can we call it? Let's just say freelancer or web freelancer. That's the title. Learn web freelancing and make cool cash. So that's it. That's the body. We can change all that later. Now I don't want it to be image. I want it to be an icon. You can see if it's image, you click on this cog. Whenever you see this cog, this icon is called cog. That's the setting. You enter it, you bring in image. If you want to use image, you can use it. But I don't want to use image in this context. I want to use icon instead. So I'll pick the icon I want. Something web, no, laptop. Let me say I want something. Yeah, let me use this. This is more like it. You can actually scroll if you don't want to. Sometimes the search might be tough if you don't type the right thing, but you can scroll here and look at the different options and pick what you think is appropriate, right? Now when you have picked what you want, you can set link here for the title or for the module. The entire module is this, but the title is, if I click on the title, where should it go to? You can set all that. All right. You can change the background of the module. That's what this is saying. For example, let's say I want the background to be blue. Of course, I'm not going to do that. This is bad design. Okay, I'm not going to do that. I'm just telling you, you can change the background, you can play around. I'm not going to go into all that. I have just 3 minutes. I have to wrap up tonight. Now you come to design. So design is where you do design. Content is where you put the content. Design is where you now start tweaking how the content will look. So now see the icon color, it picks the default color. I want the icon to be smaller. See, I think 50 is perfect. I want the okay, I think that's okay. Now I want the text to be centralized. Can you see that? Centralized. Are you seeing? It's all drag and drop. Text, the title, I want the font weight to be bold. Bold. Can you see it's coming out now? Can you see it's coming out now? I can change the size here. I can make now this when you click this icon, it will decide the different devices. So let's say I want the um, desktop to be 18 or maybe 20, tab maybe 18, then mobile, that's phone, should be maybe 16. All right, so that's what you use this for. This is responsiveness. This is responsiveness. That's how you design. So when you are designing, you need to keep responsiveness in mind. All right, I won't be able to go into this in depth. If you come for my full training, I'm going to run you through more of this. All right, I'm going to run you through more of this. There is a whole lot of depth that we cannot get into. You can give shadow to your text and all that. I mean, I can't go into all of this right now. Okay, I can't go into, there is just too much to explore. So this is a simple module that I just designed. All right, as you can see, that's just a simple module that we just designed. All right, oh, let me add one more module. Let's say I want an image. Let's say I want an image. You can see I searched. You can search. Let's say I want that guy on laptop. Okay, let's give this image some bit of design. Let's say I want it to have some form of borders, that's rounded corners. Okay, 10. Look at the corners, that's the edges around it. I want it to be rounded. Then let's say I want it to have, if you want your image to have border, you do this. See, do you see that? Let's say I want it to be orange. I don't want that. I'm just telling you that those are possibilities. Okay, if you want it to have shadow, see, let's say this. Can you see just a little effect just to make it pop? Those are some of the things we do to make your design come out. All right, you can play around with that. Filters, we play around with colors. Okay, it will tweak the color. Again, I don't want that. I'm just telling you these are possibilities that exist. Transform, you can even do some more crazy thing. Now look at, I can make it bigger. Do you see that? Or I can change the positioning. See, I'm moving it. Can you see that? I return it back to 0. Sometimes this thing is just stubborn. So I'll just type 0 here. Okay, I'm not done. This is to edit anything. Once you hover on it, click on the settings icon. It will bring you back here. Design. I'm not yet done with that. Transform. I want to do something. If you want to rotate, see, look at this. Crazy stuff. Crazy stuff. Crazy stuff. Can you see? Hello? Yeah. Yeah. Okay, okay. Sorry guys. So can you see that? See, do you see? Crazy stuff. See, I am changing the direction of the image. Ha, crazy stuff. My God. Look at, let me even do this. This one will bend the image. Come on. Crazy stuff. Are you getting ideas? Those are some of the possibilities.
Yes,
Guys,
sir.
I'll have to stop here for tonight. I will have to stop here for tonight. But I hope you've learned something. Give me a moment. I know you have question. I need to um do something in 2 minutes. Just give me a moment. Don't exit yet. All right, just give me a moment. Yeah, sorry guys. Okay, so any question before we wrap up? We are done for tonight. Okay. Does anybody want to ask me anything? So I posted the link for the paid program. There's a paid version of this. I mean, that's where you're really gonna get the real gists. The real gists is where when you join the paid program. I would put it out so that anybody that wants to get in on that can So this is the paid, this is what you are getting for the paid 6-figure web consultant blueprint, and you are getting all of this plus the bonus. These are the bonuses you are getting. See, the original amount is this, even this amount is a discount, but for now you are paying 20k and you are getting access to me for 1 year. You are going to also be working with us, you'll be getting jobs. So this 20k is just like a bonus just to get you on board. If you learn this thing, Sheon is here. Sheon is one of my guys, we work together. He has made a lot of money working with me. He's still making money, right? Sheon confirm that. Let them know that I'm not joking. Talk to
Yes,
them.
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Uh-huh. So I
This year
have,
have been great.
I'm telling you. So I mean, it's not, if you join our team, you get jobs. Sheon is overloaded right now with jobs. He can't undo the jobs. So we need more help. Sheon needs help. So we need more hands, guys. We need more hands. So trust me, that 20k, just consider it as a seed just to get on board. All right, it's nothing. All right, I'd love to make it free, but you must value what you are getting. So I'm going to put out the link on the group as well, so that other people that are not in the class that might be interested can partake of it. So you have about a week or so. The training will be sometimes in June. I'll announce the exact date, all right, for those that register, but it will be sometimes in the middle of June. It will stretch for like 2 or 3 weekends. All right, we're going to take our time, so don't worry. All these things I'm rushing, we are going to go into it in depth when we do the training. So thank you guys. We have to end it here tonight. Thank you for the time. Hope you learned